Question number 16, 1. Okay, you see the math. Go to the math at first. You see, express AB in terms of the vectors BE and CF. What is given there? You see at first. This is a triangle. You write down. This is a triangle, okay? ABC is a triangle. Very good. And we are going to mention here that ABC is a triangle. A, B, C is a triangle, okay? Now DEF are the midpoints of the sides BC, AC and AB respectively, okay? So what we are getting, it is the midpoint. You see, D is the midpoint. Here E is the midpoint. You see, and here F is the midpoint. We have got three midpoints, okay? Now let's join, that is AD, BE and CF. We have got three medians, okay? Let all those three medians intersect at the point O. I have named this point. This is called centroid. This is called centroid. Where the three medians of a triangle meet is called the centroid. Okay, I have named as by O. Now let's try to give the vector sign. At first, what is the rule to give the vector sign? You see, suppose this is the initial point A. This is the initial point A. From A, two vector signs in this way. Okay. So I am going to give here the vector sign from A to B, you see, then from A to C. Okay, now you can give from B to C or C to B, but we are habituated in this manner to give vector sign from B to C in this way. I have given the vector sign, right? Now you see what are the vertices of the triangle? A, B and C. These are the vertices of a triangle. And what are the midpoints? Along A we have got the midpoints D, along B E, and along C it is F. Now you know what is to do, how to give the vector sign here is that in this way, A to D, you gave here A to D, then B to E, you give here B to E, then C to F, you give here C to F in this way. Now we have completed drawing the figure. What is the question? The question is to express AB in terms of BE and CF. The question is to express, write down, to express the vectors AB in terms of BE and CF. BE and CF. Okay, we have got the question to express AB in terms of BE and CF. That's good. Okay, this math can be done in 2 pages or 3 pages. Okay, so we are going to do this math within 3 or 4 lines. You see how to do this math. Suppose it is written AB. Where is AB? It is AB. You see, it is AB. Good. Then where is AB? This is AB, right? This is AB. Then BE, where is BE? This is BE. Along this it is BE. Where is CF? Along this it is CF. Have you seen the triangle BOF? Write down in triangle BOF. Write down in triangle BOF. BOF. We have got the triangle BOF. Now addition law of vector you have to apply here. Addition law of vector, that is, you see BO plus OF, BO plus OF, okay, is equal to what? Is equal to FB, right? Addition law of vectors. Addition law in case of triangular addition law of vectors. That means here we are getting, you see, BO, OF, FB. This O will be omitted, so we will be left with BF. Okay, I'm sorry. I am extremely sorry. I am extremely sorry. Okay, you see BO plus OF plus FB is equal to what? 0. Is equal to what? 0. Okay, now it is, you see, in triangle BOF, BO plus OF plus FB equals to 0. Now, do we know what is BO? You see the relation between BO and BE. The relation between BO and BE. Okay, we know that medians are concurrent and they divide in the ratio of 2:1, right? Okay, the medians are concurrent, that is, all the medians pass through the same point and they divide in the ratio of 2:1. 2:1, what is meant by 2:1? That is, from the vertex it is 2 and here it is 1. That is called 2:1. That is, if BO is 2 units, then B will be 3 units. Okay, if BO is 2 units, then BE will be 3 units. Okay, in the same way, if it is 2 units, then it is 1 unit. Is it right? Okay, now I want to express BO. I want to express BO in terms of BE. In terms of BE. So we can write here BO is equal to 2 by 3 BE. 2 by 3 BE. Have you seen? BO has been written as by 2 by 3 BE. B equals to what? 2 plus 1 equals to 3 units, right? BE equals to what? 2 plus 1 equals to 3 unit. Okay. Now you see what is OF. OF can be written as by 1 by 3. 1 by 3. You see OF equals to what? 1 by 3 CF. 1 by 3 CF. And FB equals to what? FB equals to what? Half of AB. Half of AB is equal to 0. Just try to understand. Okay, now again we see what we are getting here. Again you see this is 3, right? 3, this is 2. Okay, now half of AB equals to what? You see half of AB equals to what? Half of AB is equal to, as we have to express AB. Half of AB is equal to, we are getting half of AB equals to minus 2 by 3 BE minus 2 by 3 BE, right, minus 1 by 3 CF minus 1 by 3 CF. You have got it. Okay, now you multiply both the sides by 2 and we will be left with AB is equal to by 2, that is minus 4 by 3 BE minus 4 by 3 BE, then it is what, by 2, that is minus 2 by 3 CF. So our math is done. We have expressed now AB in terms of B and CF. Okay, what we are told? We were told to express AB in terms of B and CF. So we have got BE and CF, where AB has been expressed in terms of BE and CF. Okay. Now, in the same question, question number 2, you see, we have to prove that, question number 2, to prove, very, very important, to prove that AD plus BE plus CF is equal to 0. Okay, that is the sum of the three medians. Is equal to 0. Okay, we have to prove that. Okay, now you see, for question number 2, suppose this is not given, this O is not given. Okay, what we are getting? Suppose for question number B, for question number 16B, O is not given. Okay, now you see what is to do. Suppose in triangle ABC, you see, in triangle ABC, what I am going to write down, in triangle ABC, we are getting AB plus BC. Have you seen? AB plus BC is equal to what? Equal to AC, right? AB plus BC equals to AC. BB will be omitted. Okay, then we will be left with AC. From here we can also write another line. That is, you write down, or AB plus BC minus AC is equal to 0, implies that, and we mark it as by equation 1. Okay, now we see, we have to take now triangles regarding AD, BE and CF. Okay, now take a triangle where there is AD. Very good. We can take two triangles. It is AD. We can take ABD, or we can take ACD. Have you seen? There is AD, so we can take ABD or ACD. Any of these two triangles can be considered. You write down in triangle ABD. What you are getting here? We are getting, you see, this is the vector sign here. In triangle ABD, we are getting AB plus BD. AB plus BD is equal to what? AD. Is it? From here we can write, you see, we can write, implies that AD is equal to AB plus BD. Or we can write from here, what's about BD. BD equals to what? BD. So it is AD, it is AB, and what's about BD? BD equals to half of BC. As I told you at first, that D is the midpoint. So we can write here half of BC. This is equation 2. Okay. Now you take a triangle where there is BE. BE, write down in triangle BCE, write down in triangle BCE. Have you seen? Triangle BCE, I told you you have to take a triangle where there is BE. We can take BCE or we can take ABE. Any of these two triangles can be considered. In triangle BCE, you see what can be written? BE plus EC. You see BE plus EC. BE plus EC is equal to what? EE will be omitted and we will be left with BC. Okay, have you got it? Yes. Then we have to find BE. We must not forget that we have to find BE. BE is equal to, you see, BC minus EC. Okay, or we can write BE is equal to BC. What's about EC? EC equals to what? Half of AC. EC equals to what? Half of AC. This is equation 3. Now which one is left? We have got AD. You see, we have got AD here. We have got BE here. Then we are left with CF. Now you have to take a triangle where CF is related. CF. Let's take the triangle BCF. Write down in triangle BCF. You write down here. In triangle BCF, you see what the triangle I have considered. In triangle BCF, we can write here BC plus, okay, CF. BC plus CF. You see, in triangle BCF, BC plus CF plus FB is equal to 0. Have you seen? I have written here the vector sign BC plus CF plus FB equals to 0. Okay. Now from here I have to find CF as per the requirement of the proof. I have to find CF. So write down CF equals to what? CF is equal to, you see, CF equals to minus BC minus FB. Okay, CF equals to what? Minus BC minus FB. Very good. Now we can write also CF is equal to minus BC minus FB. What is FB? FB equals to half of AB. So we can write here half of AB, and it is equation 4. It is equation 4. Now my dear students, you see what is the left hand side? AD, BE and CF. AD, BE and CF. I have told you this is AD, this is BE and this is CF. That is equation number 2, equation number 3 and equation number 4. So isn't it better to add all these 3 equations? All these 3 equations are to be added. So write down, now write down adding equations 2, 3 and 4. Write down 2 plus 3 plus 4. implies that equations 2, 3 and 4 have been added. Okay, how? You see, this is AD, write down AD. Okay, I have written AD. This is what? BE, write down BE. I have written BE. Now that is CF. It is CF is equal to AB plus half of BC. AB plus half of BC I have written. Then you see, then what is here? BC minus half of AC. BC minus half of AC. Write down BC minus half of AC. Okay. Then what is left here? Minus BC minus half of AB. Minus BC minus half of AB. Write down minus BC minus half of AB. What I have done actually? I have added equations 2, 3 and 4. I have added equations 2, 3 and 4. Okay, that's good. Now you see, suppose here this minus BC plus BC will be omitted. Okay, then this is AB, 1 AB, this is minus half AB, that is 1 AB minus half AB. We are left with only half AB. Okay, half of AB. This is half of BC, and this is minus half of AC. Okay, is it? Now we can take half common and we will be left with AB, BC minus AC. Can you go to equation 1? Can you go to equation 1 where you have or you had AB plus BC minus AC equals to what? It was equal to 0. Go to equation 1. It was equal to 0. Write down from 1. We have got it from 1. That is equal to 0. Okay. So our right hand side is done. We have got our answer. In the same math, we are going to give you another question. Suppose you see another question which is the part of the creative question is that same thing. Okay, same thing you see in this way. Suppose I am going to draw the figure. This is okay. Now it is A, it is B and it is C. Okay, these are the midpoints. Okay, these are the midpoints. Is it? So what was the figure? It was D, it was E and it was F. Can you remember? Can you remember please? Okay, now if we join this, we are getting a quadrilateral BCEF. A quadrilateral we are getting BCEF, right? Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, no need to mention here. We are getting now a new quadrilateral BCEF. Okay, now dear students, you see now you see, suppose here we are getting a midpoint. It is a midpoint, it is another midpoint. Okay, you name it. You suppose name it. It is P. Suppose it is P and it is Q. What we are getting? P is the midpoint of BF. You write down. P is the midpoint of, write down. P is the midpoint. P is the midpoint of BF. Okay, P is the midpoint of BF. That's good. And you again write down Q is the midpoint of CE. Q is the midpoint of CE. Now, if PQ are joint, you see PQ are joint. Okay, have you see? Have you seen? P comma Q are joint. Then you have to prove that you have to prove that PQ is PQ is parallel to BC and also parallel to FE. Have you got it? Number 16.3. You see question number 16.3, and this math is given where? Can you tell me please? This math is also given. This is question number 11. This is question number 11 of the book. Okay. Now, dear students, I am going to do a very important math. You see, that is the example number 5. Okay, all of you just pay attention. Example number 5. That is the most important part for your time. Example number 5. You see example number 5. Okay, example number 5. Okay, what is told here? It is told here you have to prove by vector method that the straight line joining the midpoints of the adjacent sides of a quadrilateral form a parallelogram. Okay, that's good. You see how to do. Okay, any quadrilateral is to be drawn, any, without any measurement. You take any quadrilateral without any measurement. Without any measurement, a quadrilateral has been taken. You see, any quadrilateral has been taken, and without any measurement. Now it is A. Suppose it is A, it is B, it is C, it is D. Okay, a quadrilateral ABCD has been considered. Okay. Okay. Now you see, suppose we will have the midpoints here, the midpoints here, the midpoints here, the midpoints here, the midpoints here. Okay, I have taken 4 midpoints of the sides, and by consequently, if we go for joining all these midpoints like this, okay, then we will get a new quadrilateral. Okay, we will get a new quadrilateral. Now we name it. Suppose we are going to name it. It is P, it is Q, it is R, and it is S. We have to prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. Very important for your time. So let's write down. Let you write down please. Let in a quadrilateral ABCD, okay, in a quadrilateral ABCD, P, Q, R and S be the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Okay, then you write down P comma Q, write down P comma Q, Q comma R, R comma S and S comma P are joint. With the help of vectors, it is required to prove that you write down with the help of vectors, with the help of vectors, it is required to prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. Okay. Now you see what is to do here. You have to give here vector sign. You see how you will give it in this way. Okay, in this way. Now we can give here also like this. We can give here also like this. Okay. Okay, write down proof. Okay, let AB is equal to A, BC equal to B, CD equal to C, and DA equal to D. Like this, AB equals to position vector A, BC equals to position vector B, CD equals to position vector C, DA equals to D. Now give here vector sign, you complete like this. Okay, I have taken. Now you see in triangle PQB, what we are getting? PQB. You see we can write here PB, okay, PB plus BQ, BB will be omitted, we will be left with PQ. Okay, we can write it. You see, is it? Now what is PB? PB equals to what? We can write that PB is equal to, we can write here half of AB. Now BQ equals to what? BQ can be written half of BC is equal to what? Is equal to PQ, right? I think you have got me. Now from here we can write that PQ is equal to half of AB plus BC. I have taken half common, as well as I have exchanged the sides. Okay, now you see PQ is equal to half of, what is AB? You see, what is AB? AB equals to what? Can you tell me? It is given AB equals to A. You write down it is A. What is BC? BC equals to what? B. We can write here B. Okay, and mark it as by equation 1. Is it? Similarly, can we write similarly Similarly, can you write QR? QR is equal to what? QR equals to what? It is PQ, then it comes QR. QR equals to what? Can you please tell me? QR equals to what? QR is equal to half of it is A plus B, then it is B plus C. Okay, is it? Then if I tell you what comes next, definitely RS. So we can write here RS equal to RS is equal to, you see, RS equal to here AB BC, then it is C comma C plus D. It is D. It is D. This is equation 4. 1, 2, 3. This is equation, sorry, this is equation 3. Okay. Now what comes next? SP equal to half of, this is AB, BC, CD, then D plus A. D plus A. This is now equation 4. Okay. These three have been written on the basis of equation 1, and we have maintained an order of cyclic, that is cyclic order, AB, BC, CD, DA, in this way. It started with A and it has been ended with A. AB, BC, CD, DA, PQ, QR, RS, SP. It ends here, it starts here again. Okay, that's good. You see, okay, now you write down in the quadrilateral ABCD, we can write AB, you see, AB, BC, CD, DA equals to 0. What is meant by this? It started with A and ended with A. That means, you see, BB will be omitted, CC will be omitted, DD will be omitted, we will be left with AA omitted, that is 0. Is it? Okay. Now we can write here what is the value of AB? A, B, C, and it is D equals to 0. Sorry. Again, we can write A plus B is equal to minus C. Can you write? Yes, we can write. I have taken these two to the right hand side. You see, these two have been taken to the right hand side, and I have taken a minus common. Okay. Now you see, here it is half. Have you seen? Here it is also half. So what we can do, I can multiply with half. I can multiply with half. Write down half of A plus B is equal to minus half of C plus D. Is it? So what is half of A plus B? Can you go to equation 1? Can you go to equation 1? What was written there? What is half of A plus B? Half of A plus B was written there as by PQ. PQ is equal to minus, go to equation 3. What is half of C plus D? Half of C plus D was written there as by RS. Okay, RS. That's good. Now Now you see what is minus RS. What is minus RS equals to what? SR. Okay. Now you see it is S to R. It is P to Q, P to Q. Though it is given R to S, but we are normally getting here S to R. Okay. And I think all of you know this. Suppose this is S and this is R. You have gone from S to R, that is SR, and you have returned, okay, from R to S. Then it is what? RS equals to what? 0. Is it? Because you see your starting and ending are same point, are at the same point. Moreover, RR will be omitted, SS will be omitted. Okay, so your starting and ending points are same. That means from here we can write SR is equal to minus RS. Okay, for this minus RS has been written as equal to SR. Okay. After that you write down, therefore PQ absolute value SR, that is PQ equals to SR, and can you remember the lines of support? And the lines of support of the vectors PQ and SR, okay, are same or parallel, but definitely they cannot be same here, but they are not same here. They are not same here. Okay, therefore the lines of support of the vectors PQ and SR, that is the lines PQ and SR are parallel. Okay. Okay, then we should write down, similarly it can be proved that similarly it can be proved that QR equal to PS and QR parallel to PS. What comes to the conclusion? The pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel. Okay, you see they are equal here and they are parallel here. A pair of opposite sides, and the other pair of opposite sides similarly can be proved that they are equal and parallel. That means PQRS is a Therefore, PQRS is a parallelogram. Proved with the help of vectors, it has been proved. Okay, dear students,